Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and to another time lapse. This one is for the Centaur double page spread from Kerby Rosanes Mythomorphia. And this one I am doing as part of my hashtag Centre of the Sphinx. And so I thought I would show the process that I've done for this page because it's actually quite a quick little process, but I think it's really effective and I really like how it turned out. So when I looked at this spread, I kind of got the idea that the Centaur page kind of looked like a star sign, like the Sagittarius star sign. And it's like, why not do a galaxy and create that illusion of it in the night sky? So that's what I'm doing here. I have pre-prepped my page with Gesso and I've pulled out my Liquitex acrylic inks and a couple of blues, and I laid down that layer of blue first and then pulled out my Kaisercraft shimmer sprays and more acrylic ink, and I'm just sort of layering and playing and letting things bleed together, spraying on additional water to move things around, pulling up some of the ink when it's getting a bit dark on the page because I still need to see the line work underneath. It's a lot of playing at this stage and just trying to create a abstracted, blended background that I like the look of. So yeah, just lots and lots of playing and blending and smushing colour around. And then once I was happy with it, I left it to dry. And then I came in with some RenoArt glitter gel paints. And I used this to just add some vibrancy back to the colour, but also a beautiful layer of glitter all over the page. It probably would have been a bit better to do this after I did the next step because it did make the next step a little bit more difficult, but I also didn't want the gel paint to possibly activate the Posca that you're about to see. So yeah, I then started working with my 1MR Poscas and going over every single line. And I'm not going to lie, this took a while. I worked on this at small sections at a time when my hands would allow it. So yeah, I think it took me a couple of hours all up to go over all the lines, but it really depended on my hands. It was broken up in 15-minute sections basically to allow my hands, and I do end up going off camera here quite a bit, and I do apologize because I was trying to work in a way that was comfortable for me, because for those that don't know about my hands, doing things like line work is very difficult for me, so it hurts after a while. And so yeah, it was just working little sections at a time, little bits at a time until I needed to stop and stretch my hands, and going over every single line. And the idea was to create the illusion of like a star sign constellation gathering, basically a star in the night sky, which meant I went over every single line in Posca. So I'm using a 1MR, and then I do pull out a 3M to thicken some lines later on as well, but I'm mostly using the 1MRs, and I had a couple of them, so I would work one until it started to go a bit dry and annoying, and then clean it up and cap it and switch to the other one while I let one recover. So it was quite good to have the both of them to kind of switch around to. And then once I went over all the lines, I also went back in with some dots and that, just to create the illusion of like some stars and really add to that galaxy style effect that I was trying to create. I really, really like how it turned out as well. You can see there I've got a little, I did have one explosion of the Posca, but we managed to clean it up. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. It was such a simple idea, but it's really quite effective, and I really think it looks really quite good. It was hard in some areas because some of the inks that I used in the Kaisercraft shimmer sprays, particularly the black and navy Kaisercraft shimmer sprays I used, were so dark that they did cover some of the lines. So some of the areas I kind of had to make up some of what was there, and you know, it was a bit hard to try and work out some stuff. I kind of wish I had gone darker as well in some areas, but also I needed to still be able to see the line work, so I couldn't go too dark with the background so that I could still see where those lines were. And you will see me pick this up several times and bring it closer to my face as I'm trying to work out what lines are where and what I'm actually outlining. But yeah, the rest of this video is basically me spending ages outlining the rest of this piece, so I will leave you to enjoy and put on some music. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and hopefully I've given you a simple idea of how to quickly do another Kerby spread that's really quite effective. Again, really like how this turned out. And all up, it actually didn't take too long for a double page Kerby spread. Again, just broke it up because of my hands, but yeah, it really wasn't too long considering. If you are thinking of taking part in my Center of the Sphinx hashtag this month, I would love to see, you know, are you going to try this technique, or have you got something else in mind? I am really curious to see if this is something you think you might want to try. And if you have any questions about the technique, I have done the gesso and acrylic ink several times on the channel, but I'll try to link some of the videos and the cards and stuff, but also feel free to hit me up down below and I can explain some of the processes that I use and some of the techniques that I do for these acrylic backgrounds. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!